Hello YouTube, welcome back to Sparkstarter channel. Just want to share with you today my 3D printed vacuum tube sockets. That's a replacement for some of these older vacuum tube sockets that are ceramic and metal, and they can sometimes be expensive and hard to find. So I came up with a design for replacing the old socket with 3D printed parts. So there'll be two 3D print design files, one that will hold the prongs of the vacuum tube, and the other is sort of a holder for um, mounting to your project board and um, running lines out and supporting wires that would go to the filament or grid connections to the tube. A socket for an 805 vacuum tube, the one I like to use on my Tesla coil projects, and prints out in two pieces. And I made these prong holders a little bit flexible so it's compatible with other tubes. So you might even have a different style of tube as long as it has that four-prong connection to the filament and the grid. You can still interface your tube with the socket. And so just a little bit of how I make this work. This is just take a piece of copper foil. I like to get a punch and punch a little hole here. So that'll serve for my little bolt that I can attach my wires to. And then I would just cut out a strip of copper. And you can roll it around the prong of one of your vacuum tubes, or even I found like the ground prong on an old extension cord adapter will work pretty well. Just wind a few turns around it. And you can put it right here, and where the tine of the vacuum tube, where the prong of the vacuum tube will go. And vacuum tube just pops right in there. And the only thing you want to be careful of when you're doing this is to cut the copper low enough that it doesn't touch the base of the tube. Because if you had two of the copper leads touching this, it would short out through the metallic base. So actually, I might have even want to cut this guy a little bit shorter here, just to make sure that none of the copper touches the metal base of the tube. And here is a completed version. And you can just put a vacuum tube right in there. And you can hook up your leads to the filament, and you're ready to go. The same thing I'll do with this one here. All right, I just want to conclude with the final demo here. I have one of my vacuum tubes. These are also available on the SparkStarter website if you want to get one of these 805 vacuum tubes. You don't know where to find them. You can get them on my webpage. Just get a good zoomed in shot of the completed socket I'm about to use for the Tesla coil. Again, this is 3D printed. I'm going to hook the tube back up. All right, Tesla coil should be ready to go. All right, here's a quick video of the Tesla coil in action with the new 3D printed vacuum tube socket. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this demonstration of the 3D printed vacuum tube socket. Be sure to check out the website for the 805 tube and the 3D print files.